Regardless, even if there were a biblical text that did explicitly call back to the threatened same-sex gang rape in Genesis 19, that's still fundamentally different from any consensual relationship, much less a lifelong committed one. So, that's a text like Genesis 19. I think a more common text that comes up in church discussions and debates would be in Romans 1. This is, I would argue, the most significant passage in Scripture that discusses same-sex relations because it's in the New Testament, unlike, say, the prohibitions of male same-sex intercourse in Leviticus that are part of the Old Covenant. And so already there, you have a little bit of that question mark over them of to what extent are these applicable to Christian believers under the New Covenant. In the New Testament, in Romans, Paul describes, he's giving this longer statement about why all people, Jews and Greeks, are in need of reconciliation with God through Jesus. And he describes how the Gentiles knew, even though they didn't have scripture, they knew the truth of God through what had been revealed to them, through the fact of creation itself that attested to the existence of a creator and his divine power and nature, his divine nature and power. And then he describes, though, that there were people who, even though they knew this truth about God, they turned away from God to worship idols